Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the Shit Guys Talk About. We got Jessie in the building. We got my man Taj back. CLS in here and the Manic Genius about to get pulled over by the cops down there. So before we jump into these topics, man, how's everybody doing?
Doing pretty good, man.
He must have froze up.
Yeah, my shit.
Yeah, he froze up. I'll drop him down until he come back on. But okay, there you go. So how you doing, Manic? You out there about to get arrested?
What up?
Yeah, right. My man late as hell.
Oh damn!
But all right,
Like,
so man, we'll go ahead and so how was the Halloween, Taj? Man, you load up on that candy?
Hell yeah, we had 3 bags full.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Joke. We went to the white neighborhoods, man. we cleaned up. We cleaned up.
Where you went over there where they would give out like full candy bars and stuff, huh? You wasn't messing around.
Yeah, we had this one old lady. She was about to close up shop for the night, and she was like, "Here, you guys." She just dumped like 2 bowls in our bags.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So y'all hit it. Y'all timed it perfectly. Did they ever have those like little tables? I remember, man, they used to have the one where it's like they have the little pumpkin out there with all the candy full. It'd be like, please take one, and I'll take like the whole damn thing. Me and my
taking one, man. We was taking handfuls, man. We didn't care. Anybody?
Yeah, I used to dump that whole thing in my thing, man. I'll leave it empty, man. I had no shame. I was like, I'm taking this whole thing. Damn that.
Yeah, the other kids should have got there sooner.
But all right, man. We'll go ahead. I see CLS probably dropped out, but he'll be back up. So we'll go ahead and I'll pull up the first topic. So the first topic today is like, what are common lies or mistruths people tell online dating that you guys came across? And I'll start with you first, Manic.
Start with me.
Yeah, we gonna start with you first.
Damn. Common lies, mistruths people tell. Honestly, I would say this is kind of directed towards women. I would say it's not really a lie. It's just kind of a misunderstanding. Women oftentimes say that they're dating with intent.
Oh man, he could
What did you say?
He just dropped. Go ahead.
I'm still here. I said women oftentimes say that they're dating with intent. And that's just it's just a mistruth because I know what they want, but their actions kind of are contradictory.
Man, why you look like you on a Blair Witch Project?
Bro, because I get them. I'm in a real life.
So you just saying like they think they're dating with attention, but that's really not what they're doing based on your experience.
Yeah, exactly. They're I think they have good intentions, but that's just like it's a lie or a mistruth or misunderstanding something, but it's not the reality. I'm coming to some light.
What are they like actually doing then? I mean, what's the biggest issue? Would you say then?
Just their actions. It just doesn't match. Hold on one second.
But all right, I'll go ahead. I'll go to Jessie. I'll circle back to you because you got to elaborate on that. You talking cryptic over there. So Jessie, what are the common lies or mistruths people tell on online dating apps or on their profiles that you kind of came across?
So I only had a short experience with dating apps. My experience is pretty limited. Something that I found on there was people presenting themselves as if they're looking for a serious relationship, when all actuality they really just want to meet somebody, have fun, and then hook up either that night or maybe the next time. And then if it's And then if it's good, they want to, you know, continue it, but they don't want to have anything serious.
Hold on, Jesse.
Now,
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Jesse just broke it all the way down. Go ahead, man.
Then why don't you say that then? Why
'Cause
did
I
Jesse have to like actually say it?
Say it quite correctly. Because
so that was just my experience.
no,
with
but
it.
that's exactly what I was talking about. But go ahead, Jesse.
That was my experience because when I went on there, I was looking for something serious, and when I discovered that, man, after like 3 different women going on there and dating and getting the same thing every single time, I decided to just go with natural, you know, authentic, you know, meeting people in public. Another one that I've overheard people telling me that on their experience is people intentionally going on there knowing like, man, I'm just looking for somebody to, you know, occupy my time right now. This is an easier way to meet people. You don't have to spend time waste time at a bar. You can just get somebody's number from there and, you know, start texting them. Next thing you know, you meeting up with them and they're ready to give it up. And I think that goes on. I think that goes on for both people, for both men and women. So it's not directed at either men or women, but that's what I've heard from dating sites.
Okay. All right, I'll go ahead. Come to Taj. What are some common lies or mistruths people tell on online dating apps or their profiles that you came across?
I honestly agree. I agree with the both of them. A lot of people say they want the real, that their goal is to date, to marry, when really it's just to have fun, meet new people. For some people, it's just because they're new to the area or whatever, so they're trying to just get a feel for the atmosphere, like just to have fun. You know what I mean? So I agree with them 100%. I ain't got much to say on it.
Cool. No issue. All right, CLS. What are some common lies or mistruths people tell on online dating apps or their dating profiles that you came across?
A lot of men, apparently, a lot of men on there lie about their height. That's just the start. They lie about their height. Like some of them might lie about their. They might lie about their finances. You know what I'm saying? Like their where they live. Not having transportation, just, you know what I'm saying, just like stuff that you should have, you know what I'm saying, once you reach a certain age, you should already have your shit together, you know what I mean? So women complain about that a lot. They do. So, I mean, based on my past experiences when I started using dating apps, they usually ask me like the same line of questions, like, do you have a car? Do you have a job? Do you have your own place? They said, do you have a roommate? Do you have a roommate? He's like, nah, I live alone. So you don't live with, you know, you live in your parents' basement, or you don't live with your ex-girlfriend or shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, are you and your ex-girlfriend or your baby mama roommates?
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Is that real out here?
Are you really 6 feet tall? I was like, yeah, I'm really 6 feet tall. Because I went out with a nigga last week. And he told me he was 6'1" and he was really like 5'6", some shit like that. You know what I mean? He showed up and the nigga was like Tiny Tim, and her feelings was hurt. Yeah, those stuff. I heard all kinds of stories, yo. All kinds of stories. That's funny.
So what are some common lies would you say like women would tell from your perspective?
Oh yeah. Oh, you want me to start with that? Man,
yeah.
Same thing, yo. I mean, well, let me see what else. I went out with a girl once, and just the way she presented herself on the app, as far as like her photos, they'll take like their best photos and put them on there, and then when you go meet them in person, their looks might not match those photos they put on there. I did meet a girl once, and if she looked like maybe she got a makeover. You know how like you can go to Macy's or go somewhere in the mall and you get those makeovers, but they put all that makeup on you.
Yeah,
she was all up. She was all dolled up, yo. When I went to her house, it was like a different person.
Right, that's true.
Damn right. Looked like a nigga I played football with in high school.
Advertising, man.
It was false. It is false advertising. Looked like a nigga I played football with in high school.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You're looking rough. Damn right.
So you say like definitely like you will say some of the looks they'll like be deceiving on that.
Yeah, it'd be deceiving. Yeah, not that I'm shallow or anything like that, but I'm just saying if you make yourself look nice and presentable, or whatever, you want to meet the person that you're talking to too in the photos, because that's what they want too. They complain about you not matching your photos, and that's what I got a lot. It was like, oh, you look just like the guy in the photos because it's me. And then they're like, the same thing with teeth too. It was like they said a girl. I had a bunch of girls in there. They were like they don't trust men that don't smile in their photos. So if you don't smile in the picture, because they dated men that was missing teeth.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So when they FaceTime, when like you get somebody's number and you FaceTime for the very first time, or you meet them at Starbucks or something, like you meet them in person and they smile for the first time and then they missing teeth. Yeah, same thing happened to me. I dated a girl once. He was missing a tooth. One up top was missing, and then he had a fucking gold tooth. I ain't signed up for that. Trying to date Mr. P or some shit? Or Master P? You trying to date Master P? Yeah.
So where'd y'all go on a date? Did you like stare at it the whole time?
Nah. I think it was like you had to do a quick meetup at like Starbucks or something like that. But I met somebody at Starbucks once, and then it was another time like a Mexican restaurant, like a sit down restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Got some Mexican food and margaritas and shit.
About their appearance and shit, man.
Yeah.
If I ever become single, I'm gonna be smiling. I'm gonna be on some Tiger Woods shit. I'm gonna
just be smiling.
I'm here like this.
Yo, and that's the other thing. Yo, I got accused. Somebody asked me if I had veneers. I didn't even know what the fuck it was at the time. I didn't know what that was. This was like 7 years. I mean, 2017, 2018.
Is it like fake teeth?
Yeah, exactly. It's like
veneers,
yeah. See, a lot of rappers are getting them now. You know what I'm saying? From I guess years from having like gold fronts and drinking soda. I guess not taking care of their teeth.
Keep riding out of their mouth, not flossing, not brushing, drinking liquor, and I don't know, like golds. I mean, if you just got like a gold grill in your mouth 24/7, you never brush your teeth. Yeah, your breath. Yeah, it can't be good, right? Damn, you need a fucking dental plan and some insurance and shit.
So have any of y'all ever been like catfished?
Hell yeah. You was with me the time I was catfished when we was in Fort Hood, bro. This is like 2003. He was with me one time when I got catfished. I swear to God, he was with me one time I catfished. And this is before the TV show Catfish. I was catfished way before Neve.
What was that? AOL?
Way before Neve, yo. I could have had that. I should have had that fucking show, man. For real. I should have had Catfish. That could have been my shit. Not that nigga. Oh no, I like.
Can you explain what happened on that again?
It was like what was it? I'm trying to think. It might have been. There was a dating site called College Club that we used to use back then. This was like before. I think it was before Facebook. Maybe around Black Planet. Black Planet was out back then too. We had Black Planet. We had College Club. College Club was like it was kind of similar to how Facebook was when it first came out.
You said, "Oh, okay, that's right. That's
College
right."
Club. Yeah, it was like Black Planet. Remember we had Black Planet back then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of like that. Black Planet was like MySpace before MySpace. Yeah. You put like
where'd you meet her at what was that, the shop? Damn.
No, we went to her house. Remember? I think you just wanted to come along to laugh. So I drove to her house. I drove to her house. You were sitting in the car. I parked the car across the street, from her house. He was sitting in the car kind of like on the passenger side looking through the window, like cheesing. And then I walked over to her house and she came to the door. I don't know, she had like a robe on or something like that. Man, she just looked rough, man. It's just it was real rough. We exchanged words, kind of talked a little bit, and then after that, I just did like an about face, and I just walked away. Okay, well, nice meeting you.
I was clouded, boy. I know the whole ride home. You was upset. You was like, man,
that was rough. Because another thing, what was it? Oh yeah. Because see, back then, I sound old saying this, telling the story, but back then, when we first got to Fort Hood,
old as fuck,
huh?
I say you're old as fuck. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, nigga, we the same age. But anyway, we used to get like we would get landline phones in our room. Remember, we used to get the landline telephones in our room, and they told us when they were briefing us, like when we first got to Fort Hood, they were briefing us, and they were like, "Well, look, you're gonna have civilians calling your room, pretending to, that they know you, like your friends or whatever." Because all the numbers they started with 254. You remember that?
Yeah, that's right.
Area code was 254. So they would just dial 254 and then dial whatever. And then you answer, a soldier would answer the phone because they were calling numbers at the barracks. So they would answer the phone and pretend they know you. And they were like, hey, how you doing? This is, Brittany or whatever. Like, do I know you? How do I know you? No, we met at the club last week. Remember? You know, they would do stuff like that. And when, you know, yeah, when you first get there, and think about it, when you first get there, you don't know nobody. You first get the hood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're there on the base for the first time. You know, you don't know anybody. You're trying to make friends, and that's what they would do. And they would pretend to know you. And sometimes, you know, it might work out. It worked out for, well, at least it worked out for me once, where a girl did that. Yeah, she was.
See, I thought I had game at first. I was on the phone talking, man. It never translate this shit, but yeah, I was on there like
they was doing that back then, bro. Yeah.
So anybody else been catfished?
I had, but I don't want to tell my story. That shit embarrassing.
You said,
I mean, I got some more embarrassing ones too, but I don't want to tell them all though. They were kind of mine. Brother was kind of embarrassing. Yeah.
So you think that's one of the? I'll say one of the most common lies, like people would tell, is like pretty much their looks. Because man, I know we're like you said when we first got there, and like I was in the military even before that. When I was like in Hawaii, when I first got my computer, I went on there, man, and I know a chick sent a picture, and it was like two individuals, two females in the picture, and she was like, "Hey, I'm the one on the left." It was like her sister. So like when I met up with her, it was like I was like, "Yo, man, where?" It was like totally different. And I was like asking her, she's like, "Oh, that's my sister." I was like, "Hey, kid, so can you holler at your sister? Then she gonna show up because I'm not interested." You say you was, it was one of those things. But yeah, that's when I started noticing like they be taking the angles in the pictures and shit. They'll take it from like an angle where you can't see nothing. But I was like, damn, man, they be getting creative out here. But that was like, man, 20 years ago. So I know now, man, like with the Photoshops and shit, I couldn't even imagine what people got to go through with the different stuff. Like you would say in CLS, but you go to the mall and take some glamour shots. So, man, you don't know what's coming up on you nowadays.
Fact, if we on photos, you got to look out for the scarf too. Like if the woman got a scarf in her photo.
Oh, like for real?
She might be trying to hide a 5 chin.
Look at that 5 chin.
I wish.
That's true, man. Like,
I wish our other homeboy was on here, because I remember another story from that when he was with us that time. We went to a club. Or Jason.
Oh yeah.
We went to a club that time. And I think he picked the chick up. It was like a white chick. I remember he picked her up. But she was all dolled up though. She looked real good. You know, like how girls dress when they go to the club. They have like denim jeans on. She had heels on, nice top, and she was straight. And then I think for some reason they were like, "Well, tomorrow we're going to the gym. You want to come to the gym and work out with us?" Man, she came to the gym the next day, and I think because her clothes were so tight, like all that weight dropped. So she was like a whole different person. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I know exactly. I remember now. Yeah.
I think it was a girl Jason picked up though. And Jason, Jason used to get it in. he's picking up chicks too.
All right, I got my homie M3 pulling up. So what's up, M3?
What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing?
Doing good, man. So we're just talking about the first topic. So the first topic we just started breaking down and discussing, man, was what are common lies, our mistruths people tell on dating apps, or the online profile. What's the most common ones that I know you've been married for a minute, but that you hear from other individuals and stuff.
Right. Yeah, because I know I'm old school, so I never really
me too
relied on any like dating apps. But I think the most common lies that what I usually hear, and I could definitely be wrong on this one, is that the expectation is that when you get on these like dating apps, you're thinking that you're gonna find like maybe like the perfect match, or you feel like you're gonna have like the options. That might go for like, I guess, the woman's expectation, because we always hearing that women have so many options thanks to social media, but then yet it seems like they still have a hard time trying to find like the right one. It's like you're flipping through like, the remote, flipping through channels and stuff, and you're seeing one good option, you're seeing another, but you're never satisfied. It's like, imagine like you seeing all your favorite shows come on like, at the same time. That's going to be kind of hard. You know what I mean? So I don't think like these dating apps is, as like, enticing, or it brings people together like as they try to make it seem, or they try to advertise. That's my opinion to it.
So do y'all think, like, based on that, man, y'all think it's like, because that is a good point, man. But do you think it's like way harder for like women than it is for females? Because like are females typically like more pickier, would you say, online? Like it seems like from what y'all saying, man, they like what CLS was saying, like, man, do you got veneers? Okay, you're smiling too much. You're not smiling at all. Like it seemed like damn, they like try to disqualify you for anything. So
to make sure my teeth was real. I said, yeah, they're real. I had to Google that shit. I didn't know what are you talking about? You mean like dentures, like fake teeth, false teeth?
Yeah, it just seems like, man, it's you got to be exact science.
You're perfect, huh? Yeah, but they lying too. Is it what Chris?
So you're saying that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. So you're saying that the issue is that women have very specific expectations, and if you don't hit every single thing on the checklist, then you're disqualified.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
It's like
they got a ton of preferences. It seems like guys are more like willing to deal with, unless it's like some extreme, like we were talking about, like you got catfish, where it's like, yeah, you're totally opposite. Like that's your sister. Like the situation I had, like I said, she shipped me a picture of her sister, and I was like, yo, man, you better call your sister up. Like stop playing. So unless it's like something like that, it seems like we're willing to deal with stuff. Like, all right, man, you know what, you're a little shorter. Like, cool. Like, let's go eat.
Yeah.
But it seems like them, they like right on the mark. Like you ain't hitting everything, the major metrics. They moving on. Nah, so Manic, have you ever been catfished? We didn't ask him yet.
Yeah.
Yes. I will say, not so much like a full blown catfish, like CLS's story was telling, because he was like, "Hey man, she was just completely like," he's like, "Neve's story should have been mine. Like I should have been running the show." I haven't experienced anything that extreme, but like, I think it's kind of natural for people to misrepresent themselves, especially in like photos and stuff like that. Like people don't always look how, they claim to look in their photos. I think everybody's gonna like take the best photo of themselves and then like, use that as a representation. But I don't think that's the problem. If it's within a certain time period, but like I said yes initially to the catfish because I think that some people take it to the extreme where they'll show like a photo from like 10 years ago, and things have changed. Like
you said they showing pictures from 2008 and shit.
Yeah, time, gravity, like putting it all together is just everything's just changed. So I think that's that's a form of being catfished as well. Not to the extreme of like using a completely different person, but it's still like a misrepresentation of like who's going to be before them at that moment.
Yeah. So have you ever catfished anybody though?
No, I look exactly like my pictures.
I got glamour shots and shit. Like
glamour photos.
I mean, I do have one picture where I'm like, I had just completed a hike, and I was definitely looking a little ripped. So
you ain't drink water for like 2 days and shit.
Cut out carbs for like 3
days. Eating bread and stuff like.
Dehydrated. Dehydrated.
I mean, I'm not too far off from that. It's just like I was definitely cutting out carbs and like eating all the right things, drinking water, doing all the things. So it's a little bit of a flex, but it's not. I definitely still have my six pack. It's just not as defined as it is in like,
just a keg.
Sounds like you fell off. Sounds like you fell off, man.
I fell off a little bit. I fell off. It is what it is. I fell off.
But now you see a picture. Somebody take a picture of you can't have a picture of Beyonce on Tinder and then you show up. She look like fucking Ray Lewis. That's a problem.
Oh damn,
that's a big problem.
Yeah, they go Beyonce to Ray Lewis. That's not a good transition. It's not.
Yeah. I'll say this though, for my time, see, we didn't really like rely on pictures. We had to go by the word.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of like the party line back then, but mostly everyone will say like, yeah, like I look like Pocahontas. I have like a lot of Indian in me. And then other would be like, yeah, I look like Queen Latifah, but I'm like really like petite size.
Oh yeah.
And right there, those was like red flags to me. I should have known. And then when I meet him up, I'm like, okay, like you may have a nice wavy portion of hair, but the rest of you got, the rest of your facial features don't look like Pocahontas at all, And then there was one person the one who claimed that she was a petite version of Queen Latifah. Not to like insult her her weight size or whatever, but I think she was really over exaggerating on that part. So I'm just going to say it like that.
So you look like Queen Latifah cousin.
Right. Times 3.
She's attractive though. Queen Latifah's attractive. She just like chicks. That's all. She don't like dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CLS, you really think Queen Latifah is attractive?
She is. Dude, you never saw that movie? You ever see Just Right with her and Common?
I actually liked it better on Beauty Shop.
I like that movie. It was a good movie. Did you?
Beauty Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was good as hell in that movie.
She's attractive when she gets dressed up.
When she gets dressed up, exactly.
Together, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dressed up in what? Like a costume?
When she puts on like a feminine look.
Yeah,
like
feminine.
When she's not walking around in a suit, like
she's not the equalizer.
without any earrings or makeup or anything. Like if she's walking around like trying to look like a dude. Yeah,
Let me pull up a picture, man. I don't know, man. Like I seen the shoulder structure. I don't know about this.
Please share that picture. I want them to be on record with the picture up talking about Queen Latifah's.
I'm just saying, don't pull the photos from fucking Set It Off, man. She was Cleo. I mean, come on, man. Don't pull the photos.
I was going.
I know you're gonna do that. Don't pull the ones from Set It Off, motherfucker. Not Set It Off. Not that one. Go to Just Right. Common was a basketball player, and she was like his physical therapist or something like that, right?
All right, let me see. Let me see what I can find. You said Just Right, huh?
Yes, she wore a dress in that movie. I think she put a dress on it. I think.
She did.
Yeah, when they went out on a date, she got all dolled up. She looked good in that. And then Paula Patton was in that movie. Fine as a motherfucker too, boy. Damn.
Yep.
All right, let me pull this up. You kind of right, man. I apologize.
Yeah, right. Robin Thicke fucked that up, man. He fucked that up. Messed up the church's money.
Yeah. She okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Queen Latifah.
I take her down a notch. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was thinking about Set It Off, Queen Latifah. With she had on the wife beater and
yeah, she got
cornrows. I was like, nah, player, you.
Yeah, I already know.
She got a wife beater, some khakis and chucks.
Smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, she was smoking to Virginia Slim with a wife beater on. I was like, nah, y'all tripping. But y'all right. I apologize.
Khakis and chucks. I mean, if you wear khakis and chucks with a wife beater on, like that ain't sexy. It's Cleo.
Right.
Yeah.
So all right, Ro. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think y'all problem is y'all probably just don't like thick girls. That's all. Manny, I know Manny.
No, I just don't like getting lied to. And the woman was Beyonce. It's a difference, like when she's like thick and curvy, versus like looking like an elf. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like a juice spot.
Yeah, and she was worse than looking at Queen Latifah. So that was like the disrespectful part.
Oh, I get it. You can't. You go into the gym working out 5 days a week. You all fit and in shape, and then you show up. You're like a damn juice box. Fuck that.
But I'm like, y'all, man, just be honest, because I got no standards. You talk about CLS, I got no standards. Like, I'm just like, hey, if you're this size, just be like that, and we'll deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like you said, if you have a transition, you coming up there talking about some Beyonce, and like you said, you showed up totally different. That's a hell of a lie, man. We starting on faulty ground from the rip.
Damn right. You showing up looking like a damn linebacker. Damn right.
I'll put it like this. You're gonna lie to me like like gradually, like at least like in steps though. Like don't just do like a long shot, a Hail Mary type of lie. That's just devastating to me in my eyes.
Yeah.
Lie in steps? What?
I mean, it's fair. I mean, you look like the dude. I put my real pictures up. Yeah, put your real pictures up too. Not pictures of your sister or your cousin.
Yeah. That. So, which gender do y'all think lies the most? Just being honest.
Probably men. Do.
Yeah,
you think men do?
Based on the stories I've heard, probably men, bro. Yeah.
Damn, I never think. I thought it would be women. I thought it would be women, man.
I heard so many damn stories, man. I could write a book. A tell-all book.
Let's take a poll. What you got, Jerk? Who lies the most?
Men.
I'm gonna say women, man. But
okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say women. Jessie, what you got? Who lies the most, men or women in dating?
I'm a little bit in the middle, man.
Nah, man, you can't be doing this middle shit.
Jesse loves Jesse, a politician.
Man,
Is it
come on, blood.
This one.
I ain't getting canceled on
He
here.
took the middle.
Shit.
He's like, I don't know.
I think it's a personality trait, man.
Nah.
It has no damn
Okay, let's make
gender.
some generalizations. Let's
Here,
make
Jesse, go with that bullshit.
Jesse,
Talk about a
Jesse.
tie. This ain't no dance movie.
Look,
As a generalization, men or women, Jesse?
I'm gonna say men. I'm gonna
Okay.
say men.
Look.
Yeah.
CLS disappeared.
I'm gonna say men.
M3.
Nah, he froze up again. You know, my man got like wicked wireless.
Right? No, I'll say like this: like women are more in denial, but men do lie a lot.
Okay, so you got men. So we got women. I said women. Jesse, you said
I said men.
men, and then M3 you said men, and then Taj, what you got? Men. Oh, okay, all right. We'll just have to wait for CLS to break this tiebreaker because we got. Okay, so who's going to explain themselves? What do men lie about?
I mean, if you think about this, right? Okay, men are always like trying to find ways to impress women, right? Because we know women will find ways to like disqualify us. So we got to find certain ways to qualify them. So despite maybe if you run into somebody that have a bad attitude or whatever, you're going to try to figure out some type of way to kind of get up in their jeans. You know what I mean? Bobby Valentino style. So even if they're looking in a certain type of way that you don't probably like, you're not going to really tell them the full honest truth because most men are afraid of, being rejected by the women. If you're spending all your time trying to impress them, I mean, are you going to really take the risk to be honest with them? And especially if some of them don't even want to hear the truth anyway.
I might be changing sides in a minute.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was
man,
like,
what do you?
M3
I'm
made
definitely a
some
liar.
valid points.
I
can't
definitely
even-
lie. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
We lied, bro. We lied.
It's a very valid point,
He
M3.
said it perfect.
yeah. So, Manic,
I was
explain
like,
why
yeah,
you think women.
You kind of cooking. Go ahead.
Hold on, Manic. All right. So, since you're you said the opposite. Why would you say women lie more?
I'm gonna go back to my original point that like Jesse so articulated so well. The whole dating.
He's throwing you on the bus, Jesse. I just want you to know that.
It's like he's
looping you into his fuckery.
What I was trying to say, it was I'm pulling you in. So
Shit.
the whole dating with intention type thing, like I think that is the biggest lie, because I think that most of the time women look at situations and they're like, hey, this is what I actually want, but when presented with somebody, they make their determination based off that person. So if they run into a guy who's like super wealthy, has no personality, then they're going to be like, okay, let me put you in the category as like, I'm going to take advantage of this guy. If they run into a guy who's like super attractive, but like just a bum and don't have their shit together, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be with him on like the physical, connection. Like I might sleep with him type situation. But they're going to be like, hey, a clear delineation of like, I'm not really that interested in him. He can only satisfy this. And so it's just like, as y'all said, like women look at men to disqualify them and put them in different categories and categorize them.
You're
So
kind of losing right now.
No, I'm not losing.
We might just need to jump sides, man.
Nah, dating with intention is like, hey, I'm only going to be interested with somebody who's long term, and that's just not what they do. They kind of just lie about that and get what they can get.
Do men date with intention too, though? Maybe because I know you guys. I know how you guys are built. You do like date with intention, but I'm saying, do you think most guys date with intention though? Just to be fair.
No, I don't think most guys date with intention. I don't think most guys date with intention, but I think also most guys are very clear about that.
You think so? Man, I know on YouTube they say that, but most guys they come to the date like, hey, look, I'm just trying to smash. They putting on the charm up heavy and talk about their hobbies and shit. They pet dolphins and stuff like that. They donate to charity. But we got to get CLS's take. So you said CLS. You said you think men lie more. We were trying to catch you in the poll. Can you break that down one more time? Because I know you had a good breakdown. Why you think men lie more?
I mean, if we're talking about men who use dating apps, oh yeah, absolutely. All the stories I've heard in the last 5, 6, 7 years, oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to break it down too, man. Let me get a shot right quick.
Go ahead, Taj. Go ahead, Taj. My bad.
Here's my reason, okay? From experience, and I got some people that's doing it right now. But I ain't gonna throw them out there.
Feel free to throw them under the bus, Taj. We'll pay you. We'll pay you to throw them under the bus.
To the whole dating app use. The whole mission. It's like my man M3 was saying. It's the mission is to get the girl. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know that whole. So tell me about yourself. That's the ultimate cheat code, because that's a cheat code. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that information that you give us. We're gonna try and nail every damn thing that you're looking for until we finally get it. You know what I'm saying? Then when we get you, that's why you see that switch. Because we already got it. It's like a cat and mouse. We love that chase, regardless if we want to admit it or not. We love the chase. So when we finally get it, it's like, okay, on to the next. You know what I'm saying?
Game over.
But it depends on what the person wants. So if all you want is something casual, something temporary, then that's cool. But it's a lot of guys in there.
But ain't a lot of guys gonna be out there in the front like that.
Well, I was saying, from the stories that I've heard, I've collected over the years or whatever, a lot of the guys are on there. I mean, they're not, I don't know, they're kind of, what's the word? I can't think of the term. They're not being 100% truthful. Like they're telling them that, yeah.
I think that's what Taj was saying though. Taj was pretty much saying, since we on that hunt, we're lying,
We're gonna do whatever it takes, my dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what you're saying, I mean, like, so they're saying that just to get in their pants, or they're saying it like, okay, well, I want something long term. I want to get married. I want to have children. I want to buy a home.
I ain't gonna say it's all men, but majority, especially in this generation, majority of the men are looking for a way just to get into the jeans. You know what I'm saying? We obviously gonna say, hey, I'm looking to date with the intention of marrying, potentially, but that's not really the case here. That's why it's a lot of brokenhearted women out here now. Because they put everything into it. You feel me?
I think
we're giving them that.
I think age plays a factor too, though. Age.
It does.
Yeah, I would say on top of age, I would say maturity level over age.
Yeah.
I would say this though. Well, okay. Let me flip it around real quick. Let's say, for instance, if the man is trying to pursue some type of long-term relationship with the woman, right? Let's just go with that scenario, right? Forget about smash and dash and all that. Let's say you find a woman, but she's pretty enough, but you feel like she's out of your league. So there's going to be some stem of insecurity that most of us will probably carry, and so sometimes, even for the pursuit of trying to get into a long-term relationship, we could still get into the trap of making ourselves seem more than what we really are, just because we see something that we wish that we had in ourselves as men. And I'm not just saying like us, I'm just saying like in general. I think like men also get caught up in trying lie to the woman, even when you're trying to connect in a serious relationship. And then once you get caught up in those lies, it's like, okay, it's like kind of like no way out of it. I'm not saying like we're all like, a bunch of liars or whatever, but the majority of us lie for certain reasons.
I definitely lie.
I feel that.
And I would say, I wonder, is that a lie? Is that a lie all in every case, or is that an example of like sometimes like we as men can get caught up in like presenting the man that we want to be, right, early and just being vulnerable.
The mind since 12.
That woman to be like, this is who I want to be. This is who I'm striving to be, right? So, but not actually being that person yet.
I agree with you.
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it also, I just think, man, it's easier for women to get guys, man. That's just the fact where I think, man, it's so hard for men that, we do like whatever tactic, like Taj was spot on, man. I think because when he was breaking it down, it's just like, man, we're so consumed with like the end objective where it's just like, you're going to use any tool available. And you know what the primary tool probably is in most cases? It's a lie, when you start maturing and stuff, I think you start, you build yourself up. And if you're that type of guy, then, you're going to have a better time and stuff. But a lot of guys probably that, like what CLS was saying, like, they're super short, whatever, man, they ain't hitting the gym. They might have to resort to lying and stuff. So I think that's what tends to happen, but it makes sense. Yeah. So I'm definitely jumping off of Manic's position. Fuck Manic. I'll just go on record with that.
Well, sophisticated Jerk, I do have a question to ask you guys, Stan, if you don't mind. Well, okay. Do you think like if the man just matures enough, or he comes to a conclusion that lying could only get me so far, let me just be bluntly honest and just tell the truth. Do you think that's recommended for guys to start like just being honest with them? Do you think there would be like a reward if the guy just say, hey, look, you're cute, but then I feel like you gotta work on this type of flaw, or you're cute, but I don't like the way how you're carrying like this type of attitude. Like if we just was confident enough just to say, just to really speak our mind, even though we know that we could run at risk of losing that potential mate or whatever. You think men should start trying to do that? Say again?
I said if that was the case, she wasn't meant to be with you. To me, that's a reward. So yeah, I feel that. Like, be more honest, because if your real authentic self isn't catching her attention, she's not meant to be with you in the first place. So that's kind of a blessing right there.
Facts.
I had that.
Good point.
Yep. Back.
No, I had that.
Be honest.
It is.
But just getting back to your question, M3, me personally, because I move in morality, I guess, I would tell the truth. But I do understand why dudes lie, because women don't want to hear the truth. That's the reality. And that's why, like, a lot of times, like, guys do resort to lying, because, it's like if they come out there and say what they say, man, they would have a chance in hell. So that's why, you got to water it down. You got to, women say all the time they want it in a certain tone and stuff. So a lot of times people don't want the truth, but I just think you should do it anyways. You should operate in that, because like you were saying, when you build yourself up, it's just like, I think you could kind of start getting to that position where you could be like truthful with somebody and get good results. But I do see why some guys have to kind of resort to that, because it's just like, man, if, we talk about hypergamy, like women, date certain guys and stuff like that. The guys that's like kind of, more or less average, shit, they struggling. So, they got to use whatever tool they can,
I think that the guys, when you lie, what you're essentially doing, though, is just wasting everybody's time, because you're not going to be moving in your authentic self. And what you'll be doing is, essentially telling a lie. And eventually when the woman picks up on that lie, you risk the entire relationship. So you just wasted her time and you just wasted your time, versus if you were your authentic self, then there'll be some issues, or maybe there'll be some communication, maybe there's be some barriers, but at least it would be addressed up front and you could move forward with that relationship. But when you start off with lying and stuff like that, it's only a matter of time before the lies, compound on each other and you run into a situation where you just wasted your fucking time.
Yeah, facts. I agree.
Yeah, facts.
I was just going to just say, I'm just going to speak personally for me. When I'm honest, like with women especially, they may not like what comes out of my mouth. They may not like when I'm trying to tell them the truth, but eventually after a while, they come back around and they say, hey, they appreciate me being honest. Sometimes I say shit that's like maybe to the extreme. If you ask me, I'm gonna put it like this: if you don't want nobody to tell you the truth about your weight, your waist size, or whatever, I'm the wrong guy for your ex. Because if you're fat, I'm going to tell you you're fat. If you're gaining weight, I'm going to be like, hey, you might want to put down that cheeseburger. I said that before, You
told hold on, I gotta get you a record. You told your wife to put down the cheeseburger.
Well, my wife's not fat, but I told co-workers, I told friends.
Oh, you're speaking of hypothetical. So you don't know if you're really that guy.
M3 about to be on that couch. So.
Yeah, like my first
back work though, but
my first review with the shit guys talk about, and I'm sleeping on the couch for the next week.
Hey, look,
Now,
you got
I
till
like how you
Friday.
covered that up. You're
The
like,
video
nah,
ain't
my
come
wife,
down till
my
Friday.
wife's
Then you
beautiful.
good. You got a couple days.
No, but I mean, he's got a point because, like I said, man, eventually you just gotta be yourself, and you just gotta take what comes with it. Because, like Manic was saying, and I know Taj was hitting on it too. It's just like, man, if you don't, man, you're just always. It's like, man, you gotta live up to the next lie, the next one, and eventually it's gonna run its course, man. So I think you do gotta start operating like that. But anybody else got anything else? I know Jesse, you was trying to get in there.
Oh man, I forgot. Hey, bro.
Damn.
I forgot where was that.
I think he might. I think Manny might have covered it already. But all I was gonna say was I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was saying, "Why do you think men lie about their height?" And I was telling her they probably lie because they figured, okay, I'll tell this white lie. You meet me in person at Starbucks or somewhere, and then maybe you'll fall in love with everything else that I'm bringing to the table, and you can overlook the fact that I lied about my height. But then she was like, well, if you lie about something like that, then imagine, I mean, what else are you gonna lie about? You know, you might not be 100% truthful about everything else that's going on in your life. So he's like, I can't trust that person if he's gonna lie about something like that.
I think height is the worst thing to lie about.
Yeah, you gotta be upfront with that.
That's just too obvious.
Yeah, because you're gonna see the person.
Super obvious.
But women lie too. They wear high heels every day. They're not that damn tall.
There's no way out for that.
What's that?
There's no way out for you to lie about your height. They're gonna eventually meet you in person, unless you have no intentions of ever meeting somebody in person. Like, come on, but like,
I ain't gonna lie, man. I lied about height before, man. I just did it to be stupid, though. I told a chick I played for the Knicks. I was like, man, I'm about like 6'5". She was like, what the? She's like, yo, get your ass out of here. I was like, hey.
It goes both ways, though, man. It goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Women they wear heels. You know what I'm saying? They wear high heels. They wear weave. They wear fake lashes. What else? Makeup. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But like I said, I think we might have like a preference, but man, that's what it is with men. It's like, man, it's not static. Where I think with women, man, it's just like, hey, that stuff is static with them. They won't budge on certain things, man. Where guys, man, we could care less. Like you be seeing females height, they be like 5'1", 5'3". What's the average height? Like 5'4". So it's just so funny, man. Where you got to be damn near like Yao Ming and shit.
Right, and it'll always be like those short ones that want the tallest ones too. 4'11", one like the 6'8" type of dude. But I mean, honestly, like we gotta just keep it real with ourselves. We just don't have the option to choose. We can't be picky. So it's like they get the steak, they get the turkey or whatever, they get to rip all the meat from the bones, and we get the leftovers. So.
Nah, fuck
this is
that.
the way how society is like training.
Fuck that. I'm not gonna let you put that out there.
I think it depends on the person.
We get the cream of the crop too. You got to work a little harder for it.
We as men bring value to the plate, man, and I think you said something very spot on. Like it's about like telling the truth to yourself, you know, because like realistically, like if you can't look yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself with truth, then you can't do that with nobody else, you know. So I think a lot of times like guys lie because they have things that they're embarrassed about or they feel shame towards, you know, like they don't want to open up and be vulnerable to a woman, especially early on. Like we as men, we don't have that luxury to just walk around, you know, like just displaying our emotions or being vulnerable with everybody. And you know, like sometimes that could be, you know, misleading on a date, you know, but at the same time, it's like as our society, like we as men it's not okay for us to just talk about our emotions. This is what I felt about this, you know, early on in a relationship, and I think guys get caught up in. I know myself is included in this category from prior, you know, bumps in the road. Just being honest with like, hey, this is how I feel about this. Maybe it'd be for fear of how the reaction is going to come, or they might have picked up on something in the dating process where they just like, you know what, this isn't a safe place to share this vulnerability. So let me not share this because this person might take an adverse reaction to it. So I think in some cases is, you know, it's okay to not not go out there and be that vulnerable, but to downright lie and present yourself, you're just setting yourself up for a world of hurt in the long run.
But just to piggyback off that, Jesse, man, because it brought up something else, because I agree with that. And I think one of the issues with a lot of guys, man, they're scared to like be authentic and lose females. And I think, man, once people understand, it's like the whole process, like once you develop yourself, man, you're supposed to lose certain individuals, like what M3 was saying. I'm going to be me. I'm going to say some things. It might rub some people the wrong way, but the ones that stick around, that's who I need to mess with. Those are going to be the ones that's going to line under my program and stuff. And a lot of guys, man, they want every female to like them. And that's not how it should be. It's like, hey, I need to be me and I need to draw the ones that's truly, you know, attracted to me or whatever. And that's when you're going to get the best, I'll say, like deal or the best results. And I think guys just, man, they want to please too many people. So that's when they start like getting into lies and stuff and start operating all goofy and stuff like that. So I think that's probably the biggest issue. So now you brought that point out. But all right, man, we'll go ahead and jump into the next topic. So the next topic, we're going to be talking about attachment styles. And it kind of goes into this because what Jessie was breaking down, you know, there's like 4 attachment styles. And hold on, let me pull up the slides and stuff real quick. So if y'all can see that, I'll go ahead and read some of them out. Manic, I might need you to read some of the definitions on the next one, but
I'm good. I can see. I got a big screen, so
okay, you good today. But I'll read this one, but we'll just go over it because there's 4 attachment styles, and the first one in the first quadrant to your left top is secure. So it's just like the secure attachment style is can trust easily, is attuned to emotions, can communicate, upsets directly, leads with cooperative and flexible behavior in relationships. The second one to the right is anxious, has a sensitive nervous system, struggles communicating needs directly. Shit, I'm fucked this up. Tends to act out when triggered, makes partner jealous. The one in the left lower quadrant, avoidant, dismissive, downplays importance of relationships, is usually extremely self-reliant, and can become more vulnerable than there is a big crisis. And then to the right of that, that's the avoidant, fearful quadrant. So more dependent in relationship than avoidant, dismissive, strongly fears rejection, has low self-esteem. And then Manic, if you could read the next slide. Did he just drop off?
Hey, there you go.
You back? So if you could read these next ones, that would help.
Yeah. Okay. Anxious, preoccupied. Adults with an anxious attachment style tend to have a negative self-view, but a positive view of others. This means that they may view their partner as their literal better half because someone with this attachment style deems themselves to be less worthy of love in comparison to other people. The thought of living without their partner or being alone in general causes high levels of anxiety. In other words, they deeply fear abandonment.
Okay.
Then we got avoidant dismissive. People with the avoidant dismissive attachment style tend to have positive self-view and negative one of others. Consequently, they prefer to foster a high sense of independence and self-sufficiency, especially on an emotional level. Someone with the avoidant attachment style tends to believe that they don't have to be in a relationship to feel complete. They do not want to depend on others, have others depend on them, or seek support and approval in their social bonds. And then disorganized / fearful avoidant. People with the disorganized attachment style tend to vacillate between the traits of both anxious and avoidant attachment, depending on their mood and circumstances. For this reason, someone with this attachment style tends to show confusing and ambiguous behavior in their social bonds. For adults with disorganized attachment, the partner and their relationship themselves are often the source of both desire and fear. On one hand, fearful avoidant people do want intimacy and closeness, but on the other hand, experience troubles when trusting and depending on others. The secure attachment. The 3 attachment styles covered so far, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized, are insecure attachment styles, so they are characterized by difficulties with cultivating and maintaining healthy relationships. In contrast, The secure attachment style implies that a person is comfortable expressing emotions openly. Therefore, adults with the secure attachment style can depend on their partners and in turn let their partners rely on them.
All right, I appreciate you. But so Jessie, why did you kind of bring up this topic, man? Because I know we've been talking about it for a while and stuff. So what kind of drew you to this like attachment styles and stuff?
So this drew me to this about a year and a half ago. I learned about the attachment styles and what part they play in our interactions with our outside world, with our inner world, friends, family, romantic partners, whoever we come in contact with as a human being. We all are looking for like connection, and we want our needs met, right? And we do that through people and relationships. So uh, this got brought to my attention because I was experiencing high levels of anxiety because the person that I was with at the time was more dismissive to me. So it was like we were in a push pull status. The more I tried to pull, try to get closer and look for that closeness and talk about different issues, the more that they would pull away. And some of those ways that created anxiety in myself and only God knows what for the other person. But assuming similar because that person didn't really want the emotional closeness to be able to like really work through those things. So there's an underlying reliance deep down from like childhood that really shapes this. Like before you even have a conscious thought that your attachment style is shaped based on whether it was your parents or you grew up in a household where your grandparents were raising you or somebody other than your parents were raising you, but how they interacted with you and met your needs and showed you how to let you know that you were safe. It really plays a part in your attachment style.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that breakdown, man. Because it's definitely interesting, man. Because I like the one episode we did, and Taj, was breaking it down. We got to put focus on like men's mental health. Because I'll be honest, man. Myself, I used to like blow stuff off and stuff. And when you started like pointing me in the direction, looking at this stuff, and I was like, damn, I think I had the avoidant, dismissive one. It's kind of detached from shit, but yeah. So for a while, coming out the military and different things like that, man, I was just, for a while, I never told nobody, but I thought I was like, man, there's something wrong with me, man. Am I like a damn near a serial killer out here, man? But when I started kind of looking into this stuff, it did help out. It helped define stuff. So I think it is important after a while. I think sometimes as men, man, we carry that weight of like, we just got to troop it out and never express something. Cause that's how I was, if you told me about emotions, I was like, you're a punk, but then, I just seen people having breakdowns, that I saw as like tough guys and stuff. I'm just like, damn, this stuff is serious, but let me ask you a question, Jessie. So are you supposed to kind of like, is this a way to kind of put like a awareness on it where you're supposed to like lead? I remember you were saying like, you're supposed to eventually get to what, secure? Is that the goal of this?
The goal.
Let me pull the slide up so we can see it.
Yeah, the goal is for secure is like, and the thing about all these attachment styles is like, there's not, you might be avoidant, dismissive in one area, but like you might exhibit a trait or two from other attachment styles, depending on the relationship, the comfortability of that relationship that you're in. But it's really, the purpose of this is really just to build self-awareness so that you can really start organizing some of those thoughts, especially on the negative level, because everybody has negative thoughts about themselves at some point in time, whether they talk to somebody about them or not. And when you have those negative thoughts and you don't put them in a proper perspective, and they have a chance to start carrying over and really start bleeding into your behaviors and your habits, right? that's when they become destructive to your life. But like just recognizing like where these thoughts come from, right? I think it's just the first step to, you know, building any healthy relationship first with yourself. And then from that healthy relationship with yourself, letting that flow. And then I think you can get in a better place to where you can start accepting that, like, all right, somebody coming to you because they're having a really strong emotion. They're upset. They're angry. They're pissed off, and they're trying to tell you what makes them pissed off. Maybe it has to do with your actions, or maybe something you said or did triggered a trauma response in them, and now they're in this place where they can't even really like deal with it, and they're just over the edge. But having awareness of like your own stuff and understanding yourself, I think gives place to like, I don't have to react to this person's anger, right? I could either remove myself from the situation, or try to speak some life and calmness into the situation if it's possible.
Okay. So what was your style? Because I'm gonna go around. I don't know if any of y'all took the test. If you didn't, don't worry about it. You can look at the slide and see like if you fit in any category. If you don't want to say nothing, don't worry about it. But what was your style? Mine was like avoidant, dismissive.
Yeah. So mine has been, it's been a little bit. It's been a disorganized. It's been a little bit anxious and a little bit avoidant. Depending, I find myself more avoidant and with my family, like my close family, and with my friends, it's more secure. But then in romantic relationships, I'm more anxious.
Oh, okay. So you damn near every quadrant then, depending on like the situation or the person, people.
The relationship.
Yeah. In
okay.
different scenarios, you can be, and in different places. Like I've actually bounced from, when I first learned about attachment styles, I bounced from disorganized to more more anxious to more avoidant to secure. And the more that I'm learning and uncovering about myself and growing, that I'm starting to pick out a little bit more of each quadrant of ways that I deal subconsciously with my outer world, and like what stuff means to me. And I start really picking and putting in place, all right, where did this thought come from, and like tracing stuff down to the root, to really figure out like where the trauma came from, and dealing with it on that root level, instead of just being like, oh yeah, such and such pissed me off in my real life, but like, hold up, why am I so really pissed off about what this person has done? Maybe this person threw out an insult because he feeling insecure about himself and he want to boost himself up. Done nothing to that person, but I have a choice to will take that personal and either recognize a deficiency in that person and the reason why they did, not excuse why they came off disrespectful, but of course speak up for yourself. But I don't have to get so involved emotionally where I allow it to trigger an anger response in me or worse.
Okay. Let me get Manic. What was your style, man?
I took it twice. I got avoidant, dismissive both times.
Okay. Did it kind of fit like do you feel like it fit like how you operate, I guess?
Yes, to a sense, because I am very self-reliant, and I do see, more or less negatives and attaching directly with somebody, because if they go down, then you go down, versus like when you're self-reliant, you're just good regardless. So I think I'm very like goal oriented and like goal driven, so it kind of is more conducive to this type of attachment style, because even when things don't work out in a relationship, I'm still able to continue to move forward and like still focus on like the long-term things that are going to make my life better in the future. So I don't allow to be too attached to any situation, because I just I guess it made me think, because I've always felt this way, that like you have to be solid within yourself before you try to combine with somebody else. So you can't allow someone to come into your life and dictate how you move, especially if you're moving in the right direction. Now, if you're like all over the place, confused, then yeah, you may need to like lean on somebody to like, give you guidance. But I think I'm a natural leader, and it's not something that I was born with. It was just something I've learned over time.
you say.
Yeah. So I mean, this was a shock to me though. I thought I would align in the secure quadrant, but I got avoidant dismissive because I don't let anybody or anything really throw me off my game. I still am focused on.
Just make Kardashian on the cover.
All right.
Yeah, whatever that was.
We'll start with you, CLS. Did you get a chance to take the test, or can you see what quadrant you kind of lie more in?
Oh no, I didn't get a chance to take the test. Probably was it avoidant dismissive and I guess secure, I guess. Maybe, yeah, let's see, like
a combination between those.
Like combination between the two. Yeah, kind of. I didn't take the test. I maybe I should take the test, but yeah.
No, it's all good. Yeah, because it makes sense.
I don't know. I do. Where it says I can trust fairly easily. Terms of emotions. Yeah.
All right, Taj. Did you get a chance to take it? If not, it's good. But which would, just looking at this like screen, do you think?
Yeah, I took the test. I'm actually looking at it right now, and it kind of flopped it from what I'm seeing up here. But it says I am fearful avoidant. Now, I agree with it to an extent. The only reason why I say that is because quite a few things, because I'm pretty self-aware man, I have actually been getting help for. So when, I see on here it says has a low self-esteem. Nah, it ain't me no more. You know what I mean? But as I read after taking the test, it says something about how I like to connect with people on a deeper level, but I tend to get cold feet when things get serious. That is still something that I am personally working on due to reasons that I had to deal with as a child that I'm not going to disclose on the show. But it actually helped me out a lot, believe it or not, because it also mentioned here it's something that I knew, but I thought I had worked on. And it was saying about I struggle with allowing others to help me and receiving help. Jerk, you actually witnessed this with me at one time when I asked for that favor.
Yeah.
And you kept having to like reassure me, like, hey man, you good. But in my mind, I'm like, nah, dog, nah. Like,
yeah, you was acting like the feds. I was like, shit. I was scared even like.
Yeah. So I mean, I get that, and plus I have a very strong fear of abandonment. I don't like to give too much of myself to someone, all for them to just bail out. So I do have I wouldn't say trust issues, but I am on high alert. I'll say that. I have no problem letting you in to a certain extent, but if you so much as give me the thought that you could just drop out at any given time, I'm probably already there before you even take off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a type of person that needs a lot of reassurance because of things that I've been through. So, yeah, I kind of got used to being by myself, learning more about myself. And this actually helped me even more to now where if I were to, like I am now, in a relationship, I know how to handle it before situations even start to grow. You know what I mean? And not to take most of the time, but one thing I also learned about this too, and I think a lot of people should take heed in this as well, is being by yourself. It took a lot for me to get this, but being by yourself is okay. However, when you do get into a relationship, you're going to find that you're going to find some of this stuff happening in the relationship. Why? Because there's hidden trauma in your life that you probably either tried hard to forget and have succeeded. That person now is going to walk into your life and bring out of the dark, because it's something about that person that's going to bring up triggers. You know what I mean? And it's going to make you think about yourself. So it's healthy at the same time. To you, it's going to seem toxic. It ain't toxic. take it as a learning experience, because now you're about to learn a hell of a lot more about yourself than what you ever have. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm actually glad Jessie chose this, bro, because I learned more about myself than what I thought.
I'm with you on the personal growth, Todd.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that deep rooted abandonment issue, man. That you spoke of, like that's a real thing, man. And
It is.
I think like it is good to talk about it, man. I appreciate you even sharing, what you did, because like, man, that's growth movement right there, and it just lets us all know, man, we are all human, man. Like we all have things that we deal with or thoughts that we're susceptible to, but just being able to talk about them and move forward is the first step.
Oh yeah, man. There it is.
Yeah, M3, I'll go ahead if you want to take a look, man, and which one you kind of line in. You don't have to go deep if you don't want to, but
yeah,
take a look.
I'll go in real quick. Plus, also just to let you know, I gotta get ready to leave in a few minutes.
Oh, no doubt. Okay.
I would say like avoidant and fearful. I was gonna say maybe I'm avoidant and dismissive, but it could be a little bit of both. But I'll go with avoidant and fearful first, because I feel like that was like my core. You know what I mean? Based off of just childhood drama, like trauma myself. So in some cases I could kind of relate to like Taj or whatever. But me growing up, I mean I've lost like family members. Like I had a brother and he passed. I grew up with like just being like the only kid, and so it was always hard for me to really kind of open up to other kids around my age about things that I went through. And it took like a lot of work to really, even as a grown man, like took a lot of work to really get to a point where it's okay for me to be vulnerable, but to a certain extent. And I felt like because of those things, not having those things, there was a void that was missing. So I was more dependent in relationships. And that's why I kind of veered back into like the avoidant and fearful part, because, if those friendships was able to dissipate away, or if these wasn't like the type of friends that I thought they were, emotionally, I think back then I would feel a little devastated. But that was only because of the trauma, the triggers that took place like when I was a kid, not just by, you leaving, but it's more of like, dang, like, okay, it's like, it's whatever that triggers, like, within my own personal life. That's why I feel like, that's how, like, I feel like it kind of hits in that similar sense. And, because, as a man, like, learning that it was not okay to be vulnerable with just anyone, I would try to dismiss like whatever I was feeling. So it probably brought up some anxiousness as well too, like just struggles with like communication, just being like direct and things that I feel. I remember like my therapist had showed me like a feelings chart, because I was struggling so bad how to articulate certain emotions that I was feeling. And I had to go way, way back deep into my childhood in order for me to bring out certain emotions out of it. But over time, I mean, you get the help that's needed, and then you start to learn how to communicate effectively, because now what I'm seeing for myself is that it is better just to be like just upfront. If I'm feeling a certain type of way, I need to just stop training myself to say, hey, I'm good. Because there's always going to be a day when I'm not good.
Yep.
So.
Now, I appreciate y'all sharing, man. Yeah, no, that's deep. So M3, I know you said you had to probably head out soon, man. So you want to get some parting words and stuff like that, man, and plug your channel real quick,
Oh, sure,
turn it over to you real quick.
Well, if anything, like if you guys feel free to check out Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube. We talk about relationships. I mean, we talk about a whole lot of stuff, but we talk about like things that's going on in the world. We talk about relationship issues between men and women. We also try to like, find solutions because we want to build gaps, build the bridges up instead of like continuously like, burn the bridges down. So yeah, feel free to check out the channel. Feel free to subscribe to it if you like it. We mostly live stream now these days now on like most like Thursdays. And then we're gonna probably be working on something soon too though. So stay tuned with that too. So
Yeah, we gonna definitely tag up M3 on some things, and I appreciate you coming through, man. Like I'm gonna put your channel on the bottom of the video and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll definitely plug it and stuff. But great content, man, and great brother. So definitely come back, bro.
No, anytime, man. And you, Manic, hey, I definitely appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. You guys been supporting us from day one since you guys met us, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to continue to support you guys as well too.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thanks again.
No problem. Everybody else, man. Hey, thank you guys for for the communication and fun laughs, and I'll see you guys again next time.
All right, M3, take it easy, man.
All right, for sure. Peace.
But yeah, just looking at the charts, I think I definitely I say I'll fall between like I'll say mainly avoidant, dismissive, but I could see why like the fearful would play too. I think, man, I just got caught up somewhat in the terminology because I was like, like the low self-esteem kind of threw me off and shit like that. But like when Taj was breaking it down, I think some of that did impact me too, man. I think like guys, I think most men probably fit within those two quadrants because, I just think the way the world's structured, man, we got to go out work, even if you deal with some trauma, we got to take on that responsibility of like, being like the men of the house and stuff like that. So it's just like, you kind of got to suck it up. So I think that's why men just like talks like this, man. I think we do got to like start having more discussions and be open with it. I had to like stop learning how to like care what people thought, And like I said, I used to kind of view people as like, oh man, they weak if they're doing this and shit. And then, just talking to Jessie all the time, like when I go get my haircut, man, we'd be talking about all this different stuff. And I just started digging into it. I'm like, damn, it is on to something. Like Taj was saying, it's like, man, it shines some light on some of the areas I needed to work on and stuff like that. So, damn, I think we're all like walking projects at the end of the day. And it's just like, man, when you get that awareness, you can start like, becoming a better person and stuff. Cause yeah, man, that's why I kind of started these like lives and stuff. Cause I was like, man, damn, I kind of tucked myself away. I was just so buried in work. Whereas like I was getting to the point, man, I wasn't having like really any social interactions with people. Cause like after my mom passed, I was just like, man, I ain't trying to deal with nobody. Then coming overseas, doing that type of work. So like getting on these lives again, helped me kind of start getting back in the flow of things and stuff. So yeah, I think it's, man, you got to find different outlets and stuff. And I think us just talking about it, man, I think it could help somebody else out. So that was the whole intent of it. Sorry, I was rambling on. Anybody got anything?
Nah, you good, man. Like I feel the same way. Like definitely, I feel most men fall into the bottom quadrants, just based on how we're raised in society. We're viewed to like suck it up and just like keep pushing forward. So I think that naturally just plays into the psyche of being very dismissive or fearing or having certain fears of like rejection because you got to keep pushing regardless of whatever the situation is. And if you don't do that, then you'll be rejected by society standards and norms. So I think naturally most men will fall into the bottom categories. But like you said, it takes maturity and really understanding of yourself to, go above beyond that expectation that society has placed on you to move in your own independent way. And I don't think that avoidant or the category that fall, I might be biased. I might be biased as fuck, actually. But I don't think that avoidant dismissive is a bad thing, or even avoidant fearful. It's just a matter of preference. So
I would look at any of them as negative. If anything, look at it as tools to work on, because at least now you see it point blank what it is that you need to work on. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why,
Right.
because at first I was like, "Damn, am I fucked up?" You know, that's
Yeah.
because Jessie gave me this stuff a long time ago, and I'm like, "Man, I don't know if I would have." You know how sometimes like, you don't want to say like you don't want to deal with something, but I looked at it, I was like, you know what, man, maybe just like you guys said, the awareness and the understanding. That's the key thing. Because I'm honestly, I'm probably gonna stay in avoidant. So that's just me
Yeah.
to a certain T, but
So I ain't working on shit.
no. I mean, but it's just like, man, you are kind of who you are. I think naturally, men, you're going to be somewhat in that box, anyways. Because like you were kind of breaking down Manic as far as being reliant. So it's just like
But
I think. Oh, go ahead, Jessie.
I think that's settling though, in a way. And I say that with the most respect.
You ain't say
Because
that shit with no respect.
yeah, for real.
Fuck you,
To me,
Jessie.
that's
No,
settling, and I
going
ain't
home.
accepting that. I ain't accepting that. This is the way I want to be. Nah, because man, if you really want to unlock your fullest potential, man, you have to unlock the blocks that keep you from emotionally connecting with people around you in your environment, close or far, to be able to like Bruce Lee said, man, be water, flow. Like allow like stuff to flow into you and go. Like don't hold on to stuff and being in any one of the three insecure attachment styles. I think that keeps you in a blockage instead of allowing things to flow and go. You know, like just come and go and flow from.
But
Like,
I mean,
you should be able to regulate those emotions. And as men, like we have the responsibility in society to not really be driven by our emotions, right? So if we don't unblock those dams that don't let the emotions flow, what happens? Those emotions just build up, and they build up, and then in some way, some form or fashion, those built up emotions, they come out in certain ways, whether it be like some I've noticed from the dismissive side of myself, passive aggressiveness inside of me, right? Having those blocks, like I got a problem with this. Probably should have said something. Didn't say nothing about it. I just like, man, just dismissed it and going about my business, right? Instead of dealing with the emotion inside myself, it creates a damn block. So then when something else is similar, and I just throw it on top, and I just keep throwing stuff on top of that hurt or that emotion that really was probably started as a small minor emotion, but then when you stack up these emotions on top of it and the dam breaks, then you have different consequences. You look at somebody's life, like look at somebody like who has been somebody who's like never got in trouble all the time, right? And then you have this cataclysmic event in their life where they made a mistake, did something really rash, spazzed out on somebody, and then they go to prison, right? Because they didn't handle their emotions. Or you see somebody snap on their girl in public, and you be like, damn, they talking to a woman like that, and you're like, as men, we know, like, all right, that's unacceptable. But what made that man get to that point to where he blew up?
Oh, that's a
Because
good
he
point.
blocked he stopped all those emotions.
I just think I like what Todd said, man. I don't think you need to be attached too much to people, man, because they're bad, you know, to a certain degree. So I think you got to have a level of separation, you know. So that's why I was saying I agree with what you were saying as far as like you can't let stuff pile up, but I do think like the people that exhibit the trust and stuff like that, definitely you got to let in, but I do think you got to keep, some people at bay, man, because you let too many people in and it can either be a distraction or, a hindrance to like, especially when you have like kids and stuff, your legacy and stuff. So that's why I'm saying I think sometimes you do have to be like what Manic was saying, a little avoidant to a certain degree. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that more. Maybe I'm wrong. Shit. Maybe I'm just like you said, I'm comfortable in my little zone a little bit. I'll get a little better, but I'm still gonna stay in that quadrant somewhat. But definitely interesting topic, man. Like I think we definitely need to touch on some more of that type of stuff. But anybody got anything else on that?
Just one.
Hey, go ahead, Tosh.
If anybody was paying attention to the chart at all,
you want to pull it back up real quick?
You can, but especially for the fellas, all right. what you see right here is exactly why we feel the need to lie when it comes down to trying to pursue a woman. Because we trying so hard to keep this version of ourselves away. You feel me? It's time to look the devil in the eye, my friend. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, just
Just face it. Fix the problem so that way you have no issues with your lady. Same thing for a female. You know, you could have this as well. That's all. That's all.
No, that's a good point because I like how you tied it back into like the original conversation because it's true. Like when you have like these different attachment styles and insecurities, man, that's where people start lying and stuff. So you know, that's like what we always tell people. And I know we all exhibit it. It's like, man, you got to put that work in, whether it's like your emotions, you got to hit that gym, you got to, you know, get some charm, whatever, get some game, you know, get your styling together. It's like, man, you gotta improve, man. Cause when you start improving, I think it boosts your confidence and stuff. And that's when you could be authentic. You know, that's when you stop caring what everybody else thinks and stuff. And it's kind of like it frees you to a certain extent. So I think that's why men just got to kind of, you know, be more productive, where it's just like find those outlets that are actually productive instead of like resorting to those like low level lies and shit, the little gimmicks and stuff. Cause eventually it's going to run its course. And like Manic would say, it's not going to work out, you know? So just do it naturally, do it the right way. It might be harder and shit like that. Cause like going to the gym, you got to put that time in, but it's going to pay dividends, I think, on the back end. Taj, you know, you rip like a fucking G.I. Joe doll out here. I said you're ripped like a G.I. Joe doll out here, man. You know, like that gym, man.
Don't hate, bro. I'll be in that gym, man. Y'all see what I'm dealing with. Y'all saw my traits already. So I'll be in that gym, man. I'm better.
No, that's good though. That's what I'm saying. It's positive, man. Shit. It definitely ain't gonna hurt you. Ain't nobody gonna see no ripped dude and be like, "Oh my god, I can't stand this."
I guarantee you, if you compare mine to Manic gonna cry.
Oh, he gonna cry?
If you compare my picture to Manic, he gonna cry.
Oh, he gonna cry? He out here on a waterfall, man. I was like, man, you better get back out here. Stop playing.
Hey, man. I mean, I'll pull up some old pictures when I was 28.
He said some old pictures. This cat only 34, like he's 75 and a half.
Back in my day, young fella.
Yeah, back in my day, I was cut up.
Listen here, you gotta pull your glasses down to the bottom of your nose. Listen here, young fella.
Wait till your metabolizer fully matures.
Now, this was a good discussion, man. I was going to keep this one shorter. I didn't want to do the Reddit, but I did want to jump into, like, I was looking at CLS's video with Tristan, Thompson, and Khloe, man. Like, what drew you to do that video? I thought that was pretty interesting, man. Very great video, man. I like the editing on that. I know you said that was a test run, but how'd you find that topic when that come out?
Huh?
With the whole Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson.
It was on the news. It was in.
Okay.
I think he
was. So wait, he got caught cheating again?
Yeah. He said he got caught cheating again. But if you look at their timeline, they've been dating since 2016.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought they like broke up like 30 times, man.
And they got back together, and he cheated. I mean, he's already he fathered one kid with this woman that's I think she's like a personal trainer or something like that. He had a kid with her. He was denying that kid, and then later found out, he took a test and found out that he was the father of that kid. And then he had a daughter with Khloe, and then last year via surrogate they had a son. So now they have two
Khloe?
kids. Yeah, with Khloe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she don't. Damn. Okay. I thought they was done. I didn't even realize all that. So I saw your video.
Well, and the report said that when she found out, he had proposed to her, and then when she found out after the proposal, like later, she found out that he was the father of the other kid with that other woman.
Oh, okay.
And she decided to stay with him and work it out.
I saw Mario Lopez was talking some shit.
Oh yeah, he was talking shit. Oh yeah,
the AC Slater. What he say? He was like, man, it seemed like he cheat every week.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, man, that's what I said in the video, man. At this point, he's just cheating for sport.
Yeah, man.
This game, but it's just like, you keep taking him back. I mean, hell, she's an insecure person.
Oh, she Yeah, she got to be at this point, man. Cause
She
he
got
be
to
doing her
be.
straight
Keeps
dirty,
on,
man.
yeah,
I'm
she
like,
keeps
damn.
accepting that. Yeah.
So that dirty.
Yeah,
And her family,
there's no way.
and then you see like, and Courtney don't like his ass. She was just like, he triggers her. You know what I'm saying? She can't even be in the same room with this nigga.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't read that.
Because Scott used to
I just saw
do
a
the
clip of her.
same shit to her.
Because there's a new episode. There's a new episode that Keeping Up with Kardashian is about to come on, you know, like next week or something. And they just showed like a clip of that episode, and she was talking about him. But now it's like they're forced to deal with him because they love their sister. You know, and they want to be supportive to their sibling, so they just dealing with him. But I don't think the family like his ass at all.
That's gotta be tough, man. Yeah, because if it's somebody like you said, they be dragging somebody through the mud, man. I don't know how they could like have those interactions with somebody. Because yeah, me and him would have to throw some hands, like. But then on the flip side, it's just like if she do keep accepting them, eventually you just gotta be like, yo, man, you gotta stop being dumb, you know.
Keep taking them back.
It's like Cardi B and Offset though.
Or they be on the same.
Cardi B and Offset, the same thing. He cheat all the damn time, and she take his ass right back. So it's like you're giving this dude an okay because he knows you're gonna take him back.
Y'all think it's because of pretty much because when they have a family, man, they just don't want to separate, so they'll just like tolerate everything.
Nah,
but that stuff's got to be toxic for the kids, though.
Nah, I think that just got to do. I think that just got to do with the insecurities that allow them to just keep taking somebody back after they keep doing it. They keep doing the same thing. Like the person is not going to change.
Yeah.
They keep doing repeating the same behavior. Like they're not going to change. You don't give nobody no consequences.
But he's doing the same thing that Lamar Odom did when he was dating her. The same thing. The only difference is they didn't have no kids together. But he doing the same thing.
Yeah, LO was on some other shit, boy. That cat was like,
oh yeah, he was cheating on her though. He rapped about it and everything. He rapped about it.
But now that you say that, man, it's definitely on her because I ain't even totally forgot about him. So it's like if she keeps on picking the same prototype of guys, something ain't right with her. Then
ball players,
ball players that cheat because they ain't even being slick about it. My man, you said he got like another woman pregnant, Tristan, right? So I mean, if that's got to be the ultimate, like I say disrespect. I say for most females, they'll say like, "Hey, I could probably accept somebody, but if they draw that line, then I'm out of there." So,
but then Gabrielle Union took Dwayne Wade back. He got a side chick pregnant, had a baby with him.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Come back.
Dwayne Wade got a side chick pregnant while he was married to Gabrielle Union?
No, I think it was before they got married. They were just boyfriend and girlfriend. They were dating at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
It was before they got married, but she went through with it after the fact though. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
he was smashed some chick on the side. She tried to say that they were taking a break, but now they were still together.
You said she was trying to save face, huh?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
Then she put out a book. Then she put out a book saying that I guess like what did she say? She said something in the book on the lines, okay, if I knew everything that I know now, had I known it back then I would have never married him. Some shit like that. Put that in the book.
Yeah, she capping. Yeah. So CLS, let me ask you a question. Would you holler at Khloe if she broke up with Tristan and she was like, look, CLS, would you holler at her?
You mean would I date her? Probably. Yeah. Probably.
You want that bread? You ain't slick.
No, I'm saying like if I didn't I'm just saying like if I didn't know who she was, like I mean she's famous, her and her whole family's famous. So I'm just saying if I was just a guy I didn't know who she was, I mean she's attractive, I would date her. So even like knowing her fame and all that, would you date her? I mean if she wasn't who she is, like as far as like who she is, just she was just some Khloe that I met on Bumble, some average chick, I would date her. Oh, okay. I'll be on that show. Fuck that. I'll be out there hanging out with her brother Rob and what'd you say, Todd Scott? You'll be Rob eating steak bowls at Chipotle. I'll be there draped in fur coats, eating lobster tails and stuff. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Manic, would you date one of the Kardashians?
Nope.
I think he lied.
You hesitated. There was like a slight pause. You saw that? You saw that shit?
Yeah, he would. I mean, if they were just normal chicks though. Like, what if they wasn't famous for who they are? They were just you would date one of them. I know you would.
I mean, they're attractive. I mean,
they are attractive. They're attractive.
I mean, I would give it an opportunity, but like just knowing who they are and like how they operate, that's gonna be a no for me.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. From that point, yeah. Right.
Yeah, they've been out there too much, man. They
yeah.
Because Khloe, she seemed like she a good chick, man. But
yeah, I'm
it's just
Manic
like if
on
you
this one.
repetitively
I'm
let
not
somebody
dating
just
none
dog
of
you
them
out, man, something's wrong with you. Like,
yeah, I used to say the same thing about Courtney before she married Travis Barker. Like with her track record, was it Scott? Scott, wasn't it? She had her kids with their first. Yeah,
I mean,
first
but
kid with Scott, right?
Courtney was loyal though, like so. She
Yeah.
was loyal to Scott, and he wasn't the greatest guy. Like
He wasn't, man.
He did everything like
He
what you're
did.
not supposed to do as a guy. Like,
He was fucking drunk too. He's a drunk. He was
drunk,
cheating.
fumbled the bag, like wanted to be a DJ, but like didn't have a career, but then like wanted to turn his hobby into a career, and then like
hey, Scott made black people look good. I was Scott ain't had no job. I was like, damn, Scott, this shit.
No, but I thought he was. Isn't he like a chef? He had like a restaurant, right?
Hey, Scott wasn't shit.
Scott had money from his people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his family had money, but Scott was a fuck up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I thought he was like a personal chef and he had like his own restaurant, all that type of shit.
Scott tried everything. Scott, like if they had one more season, Scott was gonna be working at Foot Locker.
I know, he was drunk. He was drunk a lot. He was always drinking and fucked up and just making babies pretty much.
Always drinking.
Well, he was like a DJ too. He had like some DJ skills, but like they were all hobbies. All his jobs were just hobbies.
I didn't know that.
You said my man was finger painting and shit. He said hobbies like.
I didn't know that, yo. I never knew that about him, yo.
Yeah, Scott was a fuck up, man. I was like, damn.
He was. He got a good chick now, though. That person, whoever he's with now. I saw him with some chick. He always get the bad ones.
He gonna mess that up. Scott gonna mess it up though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is Rob still in the show? My man Rob done got obese out there. My man Rob was like a good 250 out there.
He was, man. Black China, man, she put him through it, yo. But he picked her though. Cause why the fuck would you want? I was thinking about that earlier. Why the fuck would you want to date your sister's boyfriend's ex-girlfriend? Baby mama?
Yeah, that's right. Tiger, right? That was his
Try saying that shit fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you? Yeah, I wouldn't even date her. I mean, it's the fact that, come on, man. That's gross.
But all right, we'll go ahead and close this out, man. I just wanted to hit that because I like the video, man. So yeah, you definitely need to do some more of those, man. But all right, closing words. We'll start with Taj. Parting words, and where can we find you at, man? When you gonna start the animal channel, man? I've been looking forward to it.
Oh, I've already got my first episode going, just not uploaded yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been busy, man. I've had a lot going on.
I feel you.
But you guys can catch me on Instagram, Sagacious Taj. I got some of my animals posted up on there. Don't have much to say. For everybody out there who got a story to tell, don't be scared to go seek help. And don't be embarrassed saying nothing to be embarrassed about.
I appreciate that, Taj. We missed you too, man. Welcome back, brother. All right, Manic Genius.
I was getting candy, bro.
Candy, man. Be that family, man. That's what's up. I would respect that. You can find me on here, Manic Sophistication, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm tapped in. And on IG, obviously, at the Manic Genius.
All right. Jessie.
All right,
parting words. Where can we find you at?
Man, you can find me at Kingdom Barber Lounge 5 days a week, man. You can book online. Find me on Instagram, Jessie the Barber. TikTok, same tag, Jessie the Barber. And man, I just want to say this to all the guys, man. Going through it, man. Look, just recognize yourself as human first. Love yourself. Take accountability for your behaviors and how they affect other people. And, just practice self-compassion, man. And let that radiate outward. Peace.
All right, before I toss it to CLS, are you drinking cranberry juice?
Look like it.
He put it down for that.
In a turtleneck? What are you, like 50? Like a 50-year-old woman.
Drinking booze far over there?
He was leaning back like he was like James Bond. You saw him trying to look sexy and shit. What is?
He says vodka and cranberry, though. Vodka and cranberry.
Oh, okay. You got some vodka in there?
Vodka in it, though.
Nope, absolutely not. No vodka.
What are you drinking on, man? What is it? Just a cranberry?
Nah, it's tequila.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man, if you just drinking a solid cranberry juice, man, what you like?
Look at ocean spray cranberry juice.
Yeah, like look like an ocean spray with
tequila with prune juice. I'm gonna go to the bathroom after this.
Cranberry juice and you were drinking cranberry juice mixed with Fresca. Remember that was a soda, Fresca.
Say he looked like a bootleg Stringer Bell and shit. But all right, CLS. Parting words. Where can we find you at?
I don't know parting words. Yeah, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, IG. This is CLS.
All right. And like Manic said, yeah, check us out on the channel, the Manic Sophistication. As soon as I'm gonna keep plugging everybody's information on there. So definitely check out everybody's content. And next week, Phil should be back. It's gonna be the Phil episode. So we got a good show lined up on that one. But keep tuning in and thanks for the support. Peace.